Welcome back to our channel History Coins HD. As you that old is gold, but these rare Lincoln Wheat Penny coin that are most valuable than you think, don't spend one of them. You're lucky if you have one of these, so please watch complete video and find your treasure. Let's start this. Coin number 1. Today I am going to take you into the story of one of America's classic treasures, the Lincoln Wheat Penny from the year 1945. Now don't be fooled by its small size or the fact that it was a common coin in circulation at the time, because inside this little piece of copper lies history, uniqueness, and in some cases serious collector value that you will definitely want to know about. So stay with me until the end, because I will reveal its true market value and you might be shocked at how much money a single penny can bring in today. The Lincoln Wheat Penny of 1945 was minted at the very end of World War II, a time when America was changing rapidly and the economy was shifting back to peace after years of conflict. Millions of these coins were struck in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, and they became a symbol of resilience and everyday life for millions of Americans. Families used these pennies to buy bread, candy, and newspapers while soldiers were returning home to build a new future. That history alone makes every wheat penny from 1945 a little time machine in your hand, but when you combine history with rarity and condition, the excitement for collectors truly begins. What makes the 1945 penny so interesting is not just its history, but the fact that some examples carry unique minting errors that turn them into standout rarities. There are off-center strikes where the design is shifted away from the center, giving the coin a dramatic and unusual look. There are double die obverse coins where parts of the lettering or the date look doubled as if stamped twice. There are even clipped planchet errors where a small portion of the coin is missing because the metal blank was cut incorrectly before striking. Each of these errors creates a one-of-a-kind treasure that collectors go crazy for because no two are exactly the same. Now let's talk about condition, because that is where value skyrockets. Most 1945 wheat pennies spent decades in pockets, purses, and cash registers, which means heavy wear is very common. But if you are lucky enough to find a bright red uncirculated example with sharp details and full luster, then you are holding something truly special. Collectors will pay top dollar for coins in this condition because they are so hard to find. Just imagine a coin that survived 80 years without a single scratch, shining as if it just left the mint yesterday. That is what serious collectors dream about. For collectors watching, here is an important tip. Always check your wheat pennies under magnification and in good lighting. A simple coin that looks ordinary at first can reveal a doubled letter, a mint mark anomaly, or a small strike error that multiplies its value instantly. Keep your finds in protective holders to avoid damage, and never clean them because cleaning destroys original surfaces and can cut the value by thousands. If you suspect you have a rare example, get it graded by a professional service, because certified coins always attract more bidders in auctions and can bring record-breaking prices. Another tip is to follow auction houses and coin shows, because 1945 wheat pennies with rare errors or superb condition often appear in these venues. You can learn a lot by watching what experienced collectors are willing to pay, and you might even spot an opportunity to add one to your own collection. The market for these coins remains strong because the Lincoln Wheat Penny series is one of the most popular ever made in the United States, and every serious collector wants to complete the set with high-quality pieces. Now here comes the part you've been waiting for: the value of the 1945 Lincoln Wheat Penny. In normal circulated condition, most examples are worth a small amount, but when you find one in superb mint state with bright red color, the value climbs dramatically. At recent auctions, collectors have paid as much as $10,000 for pristine examples certified by grading services. And if you own a rare error variety, such as a dramatic double die or a bold off-center strike, the price can soar even higher, with some special coins selling in American cities like New York and Chicago for over $15,000 in competitive auctions. That is the true power of rarity, condition, and demand working together to turn a simple 1-cent coin into a treasure worth thousands. So my friends, the Lincoln Wheat Penny from 1945 is far more than just pocket change from the past. It is a piece of American history, a reminder of resilience after World War II, and for collectors it is a chance to own a rare gem that continues to rise in demand. Check your old jars, search your inherited collections, and never ignore a wheat penny, because you never know. You might be holding a coin worth $10,000 or even $15,000 in your very hands. That's all for today's exciting journey into coin collecting. If you enjoyed this story and you want to discover more hidden treasures in the world of coins, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and join me next time as we continue to unlock the secrets and values of rare coins. Thank you for watching, and as always, happy collecting! Coin number 2. Today we are diving deep into one of the fascinating treasures of American coinage, the Lincoln Wheat Penny from the year 1950 struck at the Denver Mint. At first glance, this coin may look simple and ordinary, but when you learn about its uniqueness, its history, and the special varieties that exist, you will see why collectors chase after it with so much passion. Stay with me until the very end because I will reveal the true value of this penny, and you might be surprised at how much money a small piece of copper can bring in today. The 1950 Lincoln Wheat Penny was born in an era when the United States was recovering from the effects of World War II and entering a time of prosperity and growth. The Denver Mint struck these coins with the familiar wheat ears design on the reverse and the portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the front. It was a coin that touched the hands of millions of Americans in their daily lives, but hidden within those millions were special examples that collectors today prize above all others. That is what makes the thrill of coin hunting so exciting, because any ordinary-looking penny could actually turn out to be a treasure worth thousands. Now let us talk about the rarity and why this coin has become such a focus in the collecting world. Although large numbers of 1950 pennies were minted, most of them spent decades in circulation and suffered heavy wear. Finding one in crisp uncirculated condition with bright red luster is not an easy task, and that scarcity pushes up the value dramatically. On top of that, some coins from this year were struck with striking errors that make them truly one of a kind. Collectors love error coins, and the 1950 offers several exciting varieties. Among the most famous is the repunched mint mark variety, where the small D4 Denver was punched into the die more than once and appears doubled or even tripled under magnification. This little detail transforms an ordinary penny into a rare collectible because it shows the human side of minting where mistakes happened during production. Another variety that excites collectors is the off-center strike, where part of the design is missing because the coin blank was not properly aligned. These error coins stand out immediately and are highly sought after in auctions because each one is unique. For coin lovers and treasure hunters listening carefully, here are some important tips. Always check your wheat pennies closely under a magnifying glass, because tiny details like a doubled mint mark or a die crack can make the difference between a penny worth only a few cents and one worth thousands of dollars. Handle coins by the edges only and avoid cleaning them, because cleaning destroys original surfaces and reduces collector value. Keep them in protective holders or albums, and if you believe you have a rare error, consider having it graded by a professional service. Certified coins with official grades always attract more attention and higher prices in the market. Another tip for collectors is to stay connected with coin shows, online auctions, and reputable dealers, because rare varieties of the 1950 wheat penny appear from time to time. Watching live auctions is a great way to see what collectors are willing to pay, and it teaches you the demand and the passion surrounding this series. The Lincoln Wheat Penny is one of the most beloved coin series in the United States, and every serious collector wants to complete the set, which means demand for high-quality examples never fades. Now for the part you have been waiting for, the true value of the 1950 Lincoln Wheat Penny. In normal circulated condition, many examples are common and not worth much, but when you step into the world of mint-state red uncirculated coins, the story changes completely. Collectors have paid as much as $5,000 for the finest examples in superb condition. And when you add a rare error into the mix, such as a bold repunched mint mark or a dramatic off-center strike, the price can soar even higher. In fact, in American cities like Dallas and New York, some of these coins have sold for over $10,000 in professional auctions where bidders compete fiercely to own these rarities. So my friends, the Lincoln Wheat Penny from 1950 with the Denver mint mark is more than just a small copper coin. It is a piece of history, a connection to America's post-war years, and in the right condition or with the right error, it can be a true treasure worth thousands of dollars. This is why collectors never overlook even the simplest penny, because hidden within those coins are stories, history, and sometimes life-changing value. That brings us to the end of this thrilling journey into coin collecting. If you enjoyed learning about the 1950 wheat penny and its value, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and join me again for more amazing discoveries from the world of rare and valuable coins. Thank you for watching, and as always, happy collecting, and may your next coin find be the treasure you have been waiting for. Coin number 3. Today I have something very special to share with you, the Lincoln Wheat Penny from the year 1951. Now at first you might think a penny from the early 1950s cannot be worth much, but let me tell you, this coin has surprises hidden in its history, in its errors, and in its rarity that every collector needs to know about. So stay with me until the very end, because I am going to reveal the true value of this penny, and it might shock you how much money this little piece of copper can bring in today. the Lincoln Wheat Penny of 1951 was minted during a time when America was entering a new chapter after World War II. The economy was booming, families were growing, and pennies like these were part of everyday life in grocery stores, candy shops, and diners across the country. Millions were struck at the Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco mints, but as every collector knows, it is not just about how many were made, it is about how many survived in great condition and how many have something unusual that sets them apart from the rest. That is what makes this coin so exciting to talk about. Now let us dive into what makes the 1951 penny rare and valuable. Most of them circulated heavily and show lots of wear, but the real gems are those that were never spent and remain in bright uncirculated condition with that fiery red luster. Collectors love coins that look as fresh as the day they were minted, and those high-grade examples are where the real money begins. But even more thrilling are the error coins from this year. Some examples of the 1951 penny have doubled dies where the date or letters look stamped twice, creating a bold doubling effect that collectors rush to find. There are also repunched mint marks, especially on the Denver and San Francisco coins, where the small D or S was punched more than once, leaving a shadowy extra mark. These little details can turn a common penny into a prize worth thousands. Think about it, a coin you could once buy bubblegum with now being chased by collectors in auctions across the country. That is the magic of coin collecting, finding history, rarity, and beauty in the smallest of places. The 1951 penny is proof of that magic, and it keeps collectors searching through their jars and albums in hopes of uncovering one of these rare varieties. For all the collectors listening closely, here are some important tips. Always check your wheat pennies carefully under good lighting and magnification, because errors like doubled dies and repunched mint marks are often spotted only when you look closely. Do not clean your coins, because cleaning ruins the surfaces and destroys value instantly. Keep your finds in protective holders or albums to preserve their condition, and if you believe you have a rare variety or a high-grade example, have it graded by a professional service. A certified coin always brings more money because buyers have confidence in its authenticity and grade. Another tip is to watch coin shows, auctions, and trusted dealers, because 1951 wheat pennies in superb condition appear from time to time. These coins are always in demand because the Lincoln Wheat Penny series is one of the most beloved in the United States. Every serious collector wants to fill the gaps in their set, and coins from the early 1950s in top condition can become the highlight of their collection. Demand is strong, and that is why values continue to rise with each passing year. Now let us talk about the value that everyone is waiting for. A regular circulated 1951 penny might only bring a small amount, but when you step into the world of high-grade mint state coins, the story changes. Bright red uncirculated examples have sold for over $1,000 at auctions. And when you find one with a dramatic error like a strong double die or a bold repunched mint mark, the price can climb much higher. In fact, some rare 1951 pennies have sold in American cities like Chicago and New York for as much as $5,000 in professional coin auctions where passionate collectors compete fiercely to own them. That is the kind of money a single penny can bring today when rarity and condition meet demand. So my friends, the Lincoln Wheat Penny of 1951 is not just a simple coin from the past, it is a piece of American history, and for collectors it can be a true treasure. Whether you are checking your old change, looking through inherited collections, or buying from coin shows, never ignore a wheat penny. You never know, you might be holding a coin worth thousands of dollars in your very hands. That wraps up today's thrilling discovery. If you enjoyed learning about the 1951 penny and its hidden value, make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and join me next time as we continue to uncover the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, happy collecting, and may your next find be the treasure you have been waiting for. Coin number 4. Today we are going to talk about a very exciting piece, the Lincoln Wheat Penny from the year 1953 with the Denver mint mark. Now don't rush past this coin just because it's a penny, because the 1953 D wheats and carries history, rarity, and in certain conditions it can be worth thousands of dollars. I will be revealing its true value at the end of this video, so make sure you don't miss any detail, because one of these coins could be hiding in your collection right now. The year 1953 was a fascinating time in American history. The country was booming, families were growing after World War II, and coins like the 1953 D wheat penny were part of the daily lives of millions of Americans. Struck at the Denver Mint, these pennies carried the beautiful wheat ears design on the back and the familiar portrait of President Abraham Lincoln on the front. While millions were made, the real magic lies in the special varieties and rare conditions that make some of these coins so valuable today. Now let's dive into what makes this coin rare. The Denver mint mark itself is interesting because the way it was punched into the die sometimes led to unusual results. Many 1953 D pennies have what collectors call repunched mint marks, where the small d was struck into the die more than once, leaving a shadow or doubling effect. These little details are exactly what collectors love because they make one coin stand out from the rest. Other errors such as off-center strikes or die cracks can also appear on this year, and every error adds to the uniqueness and desirability of the coin. Another key factor is condition. Most 1953 D pennies circulated heavily and show a lot of wear from decades of use. But when you find one in mint state condition with full red luster, it is a completely different story. A coin that looks brand new even after 70 years is rare and collectors will pay top dollar for it. Imagine holding a coin that has survived in pristine condition since the 1950s, untouched and shining like the day it was struck. That is the kind of treasure collectors dream of adding to their sets. For coin lovers and treasure hunters listening carefully, here are some important tips. Always check your wheat pennies under magnification because repunched mint marks are often small but they make a huge difference in value. Keep your coins safe in protective holders. Avoid cleaning them because cleaning destroys their natural surfaces and can cut thousands off their value. And if you suspect you have a high-grade coin or a rare error, the best move is to send it for professional grading because a certified coin always brings stronger bids in auctions and gets the attention it deserves. Another tip is to keep your eyes on major auctions and coin shows because 1953 D wheat pennies in superb grades appear from time to time, and when they do, collectors compete fiercely to own them. The Lincoln Wheat Penny is one of the most collected coin series in the United States and demand is always strong. This means the value of these coins, especially rare varieties, continues to grow and will likely remain strong in the future. Now let us talk about the part that excites everyone, the actual value of the 1953 D wheat penny. In normal worn condition it might not seem like much, but in top mint state red examples collectors have paid over $1,000. When you combine superb condition with rare varieties like a dramatic repunched mint mark or a striking error, the value goes much higher. In fact, at coin auctions in cities like Chicago and Dallas some of these coins have sold for as much as $7,000, and in private sales between collectors similar prices have been reported. That is the true power of rarity and demand, turning a simple penny into a small fortune. So my friends, the 1953 D Lincoln Wheat Penny is not just a coin from the past, it is a piece of American history and a chance for collectors to own something truly special. Whether you are looking through your old change, inherited collections, or hunting at coin shows, never overlook a wheat penny from this year. You never know, you might be holding a coin worth thousands of dollars in your very hands. That brings us to the end of today's exciting journey into coin collecting. If you enjoyed learning about the 1953 D wheat penny and its amazing value, make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and join me again for more discoveries from the world of rare and valuable coins. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, happy collecting and may your next find be the treasure of a lifetime. Coin number 5. Today I have something truly special for you because we are going to talk about the Lincoln Wheat Penny from the year 1954 with the Denver mint mark. This coin may look like an ordinary copper penny, but I promise you, the secrets it carries in its details and the value it can reach will leave you surprised. So stay with me till the very end because I am going to share with you the uniqueness, the rarity, the errors, and of course the real market value of this coin that makes it so highly demanded among collectors. The Lincoln Wheat series is one of the most loved coin collections in the United States, and every year in this series has its own story. The 1954 D penny was minted in Denver, and while millions were struck for circulation, not every coin is the same. Some carry special features and errors that make them extremely desirable. When you look at this coin closely, you realize it is more than just a small copper piece. It is a piece of history that has traveled through time, through hands, through pockets, and now stands as a collectible treasure for coin lovers around the world. What makes this coin exciting are the errors and varieties that collectors hunt for. Many 1954 D wheat pennies have what are called repunched mint marks. The small letter D sometimes was punched into the die more than once, creating a doubled or shadow effect that sharp eyes can catch. These repunched marks add serious value because they are not common and every one of them is unique. You might also find die cracks, off-center strikes, or other small minting mistakes which today make collectors pay premium prices. A tiny difference in detail can turn a simple penny into a rare prize. Another thing that adds to the rarity is the condition of the coin. Most 1954 D pennies were used heavily in daily life, so they are worn out and dark. But if you are lucky enough to come across one in mint state condition, with full original red color and sharp details, then you are holding something far more valuable. Collectors go crazy for these bright red uncirculated examples because they are like a time machine, giving us the chance to see the coin exactly as it looked 70 years ago when it first came out of the mint. Now let me give you some useful tips if you are a collector or a coin finder. Always use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to carefully inspect the mint mark area on the 1954 D penny. The repunched D varieties are not always easy to see with the naked eye, but once spotted they can make a huge difference in price. Keep your coins safe in protective holders to preserve the luster and avoid touching the surfaces with bare hands because even fingerprints can damage the coin over time. And remember never to clean your coins because collectors prefer natural surfaces, and cleaning can ruin the true value forever. Another tip is to keep an eye on coin auctions and dealer listings in cities like New York, Chicago, and Dallas. At these auctions, the rarest and highest quality examples of the 1954 D penny are often offered, and they create a lot of excitement among collectors. If you are serious about building a strong collection, watching these auctions will help you understand the market and maybe even give you a chance to grab one of these treasures for yourself. So now let's come to the most thrilling part, the value of the 1954 D Lincoln Wheat Penny. In regular circulated condition it may just bring a few cents to a few dollars, but in mint state red condition with no flaws the value can rise to several $100s. And when you add special errors like a repunched mint mark or an off-center strike, the price can go even higher. At coin auctions, collectors have paid over $2,000 for superb examples of this coin, and in certain sales one piece has even crossed the price of $4,000, proving just how much demand there is for this Denver wheat penny. So my friends, the 1954 D Lincoln Wheat Penny is truly a gem for collectors. It is not only a coin with history and character, but also a coin with hidden treasures waiting to be discovered in its varieties and conditions. If you have wheat pennies from the 1950s, check them carefully, because who knows, you might already be holding one of these rare and valuable pieces in your collection right now. Thank you for staying with me on this exciting journey into coin history. If you enjoyed learning about the 1954 D wheat penny and its amazing value, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss our future episodes. Keep collecting, keep searching, and maybe your next coin find will be the treasure of a lifetime.